As an A-level racer, this is how I set up my 2025 350 XCF. So first we'll start with the handlebars. I use the stock handlebars. I have them ran in the line back from the center. So they're one line back, so they're rolled back, one from the center line. This is something I toyed with quite a bit. I'm very particular about my bar positioning, and I ended up rolling them back and rolling them a little bit further back. And eventually I rolled them so far back that I was like, wait a minute, this is too far back. So then I started rolling forward and finally got to the perfect place, and that's where I ended up. It's further back than I would have ran stock bars on any other bike, but on these newer chassis, it's just where it feels best. It seems like the front end, or not the front end, but the bar clamps and the bars are higher on these than the old bikes, because I remember my old bike, I'd have to run them kind of far forward to make them feel right. Where on these, yeah, you gotta, or at least I like them rolled back. For grips, I'm running the stock ODI grips, and when they wear out, I just get another pretty much the same set. I do grip donuts, I love them. I will not ride without them. Those are ODI as well. And then I have ODI bar ends. I do run bark busters. Right now I'm trying out these stock flags, but I have ran bark busters in the past, so that's why I have bar ends. Plus, it's not a bad idea to have bar ends when you wipe out, because then the plastic will never crack. So I do run the EE, or Enduro Engineering per se, kill switch and starter switch. I switch those out from the stock, like 3D printed plastic ones, because there's a lot better feel to these. Since my two-stroke over there is not my race bike, I just run the stock ones on that. What I've noticed is if actually you twist the button up a little bit and you're hitting from the bottom on a diagonal, they do work a little easier. Just a little hack for you. I am running the X-Trig triple clamps. So I am running the X-Trig. These come with them, the handlebar mounts. They come with the X-Trig triple clamps. I ordered them through Slavens Racing. As you can see, I have the stock flags on here right now. And then I do use a gut seat. This is the one that's 13 millimeters taller than stock. I do have a recluse clutch on it. I like that as well. It grabs really good. Little upgrade over stock. I have an oversized brake tip on here. It's an Enduro Engineering product. It has two different mounting plates, or two different mounting spaces. I have it in the backward position. You can go forward with it too. I have a Trail Tech radiator fan to keep it a little bit cooler. Then I do have the cone valve forks and the track shock on there. I have a Enduro Engineering linkage guard. It bolts right on the stock skid plate on the 23 and up. It's really easy to install, and it's really nice to have for hitting logs and stuff. Keep that linkage all nice. Also, an Enduro Engineering rear disc guard. It's easy to install too. You just take the brake caliper holder off the stock one and put it, just bolts right on, and it holds the whole brake caliper on. On the WP track shock, it's pretty cool. It has this preload adjuster, which adjusts your sag, so it's really easy to adjust your sag. Gut seat is the stock seat. I was finding I was sitting a little low and it wasn't as easy to get on the tank as the old models, and the seat on the stock bikes now, they're not as soft as the old model seats. When I say old model, I mean the 19 through 22 models. So using this or getting the 13 millimeter higher gut seat gets you a little bit more on that tank. It's more level and it's a little softer because it has more foam to it. So I have the standard foam and 13 millimeter higher, and I just got the whole complete seat because my idea was I can bolt it on my next bike. You can just get a seat cover and extra foam. They do offer that for your stock seat if you want to just do it all that way, and it'd probably save you a few bucks. It costed me $300 to do it this way. The only disadvantage with having a higher seat on this one is if you're a shorter guy, I'm 6 foot, I can get away with still touching just fine, but if you're a shorter guy, it's gonna be hard because they already increased, they made the new bikes a little taller than the old ones. I don't know exactly what it is, but they made them taller. So if you're having a hard time reaching on the old one, the lower seat would probably benefit you more. You can still get a guts cover or guts seat in a lower one. It's just not gonna have as much foam, obviously, but either way, I was just looking to change the geometry of the bike and make it a little easier to get on the tank with this seat, and it does that very well. Stock to these triple clamps, I definitely notice a difference in flex up front and stuff. When you're hitting certain things, it has a little bit more flex to it, and through certain types of cornering, you can notice a difference in flex, even through chop and stuff. So, again, if you're looking to spend a little extra money, it's worth it. If money was an issue, I probably wouldn't do it. But since I had the extra and I wanted to try it, I did it, and I don't regret it. So there's that. Enduro Engineering stop and kill switch are quite a bit better than the stock ones. They literally are the same as the old ones. I don't know exactly why they went to that like plastic piece. Maybe they're just trying to make it all in one, make it a little easier. I'm not sure. But yeah, switching back to those, obviously we all know how good the old rubber ones worked. They work great. So if you're wondering if the older radiator fan, you got one laying in your garage, you can put on your new bike. So just a side note for some of you guys, because I had a close friend of mine that had that issue. For years, I was riding two strokes and racing two strokes. I think I was always more comfortable on a two stroke and faster on a two stroke because I grew up riding two strokes all the way from 60s to 85s and all that. So just naturally, I think I felt better on two strokes. And it took probably about 3 to 4 years of riding a 350. I had a two stroke that I was still racing at the time, but I was riding a 2020 350 FX Husqvarna during that time, and I was starting to develop the learning curve for riding a four-stroke efficiently and fast. And after it got to the point where I was finally feeling good on it, I was like, all right, it's time to make full conversion. So I did. And overall, a four-stroke is a lot less work to ride. The power's always there, and it's always planted to the ground very well. So that's why I've made the transition from a two-stroke to a four-stroke. Running the stock bars, and I developed a liking to them because they give you that lower center of gravity when you're going through tight technical stuff. It's not like overwhelmingly high where you're not really feeling the front end. I like to feel my front end, feel where it's going, and also when you're in tight technical stuff, it's right there. Like, it's not like delayed control, it's always right there. So that's why I like running the stock bars. Find some of the top riders on your manufacturer doing the type of your racing you're doing and see what their setup is. If your setup's not close to that, you should probably try their setup, or at least something close to it, because I can almost guarantee you're going to be happier with something closer to their setup. That way, there's got to be a reason, right? And that's kind of what I did. Is I'm like, well, all the top guys are running the stock bars. I should give that a try and try to get used to them, because there's a reason why they're running them. And as I got more used to them, I was getting faster and faster. Now, if they're running something absolutely crazy like no one runs other than just them, you might want to reconsider it. But overall, that's what I found works best for me, is kind of seeing what they're running and doing, something either the same or relatively similar, because there's a reason why they're running it. They're the fastest, I'm going to try it. And so I figured that might be some useful information too for you guys.